All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome again on this very last, week 4 of the 4-week challenge. So this is the last final piece of the challenge in which we are going to tie every single piece that we've talked about in the previous 3 sessions all together and make all the pieces of the puzzle fall together so that we can really start designing your your roadmap for success in 2021. So if you haven't got the workbook, take some time to grab it. It's already in the Facebook group, so you can just scroll a bit further down and check on your computer if you already downloaded it, so that you can continue filling out the workbook, because we are going to use it in that section. So I'm going to share my screen so that I can put up the workbook. So here it is. Normally you should be able to see my screen. So in the past 4 weeks, we have been talking about, how to find our purpose using 9 different questions. We've done a gap analysis based on where we are today, where do we want to be, and which steps we want to take. And then we discussed a lot of strategy options in the last live, in which I received a lot of reactions that it was very eye-opening and clarified, because I know that the marketing space can be indeed a little bit of a jungle sometimes. So the purpose of today is to really wrap everything up and design it in a plan to start achieving your goals. So I'm going to skip to the week number 4. And here we are. So we've got the plan to achieve. So because we know that based off the past 3 weeks, we know where we are today, what steps we need to take to start achieving our goals. So chances are very high that if you want to achieve something which is new to you, which is absolutely normal, because of course, if you want to do something new, then achieve new goals, then you have to do something else that you're already doing today, which is quite logical, because otherwise you cannot grow into another level or you cannot achieve your goals, because otherwise you would already have achieved them. So you have to do something new, something else. And I like this quote that some people, they always feel like, oh no, something new, that's too difficult, I don't know. But the thing is, it's not difficult, it's just new. And it's like with everything that's new, it's always a little bit of a challenge, a little bit uncomfortable. For instance, people that they want to grow using social media, they feel like, well, I'm quite uncomfortable putting my face on the camera because, I've got an accent, I'm not native English, or I'm not, people are not interested in what I have to say. Well, those are kind of limiting beliefs that you want to really break through certain ways. There are multiple ways for doing that. In this specific example, for instance, with the use of affirmations. If you don't know what that is, I would say look it up. It's not the topic of today, of course, but it's just like an example in here. So, everybody has something unique to share. Everybody has a lot of value to share. That's my absolute, I'm convinced of that. The thing is just that you need to know what you can offer the world, and what how you want to help other people, because we are only in business because we are solving a problem, right? So in order to achieve your goals, what do you need to learn? Chances are high that you need to learn some things. Do you need to learn about marketing? Do you need to learn about sales? Do you need to learn about how to break free of your own limiting beliefs, maybe? How to how to put your face on the camera, to learn video editing, maybe. It can be a lot of things. So take some time to really write them down on the left side of this stripe here. And then after that, we are going to list here in this section here, in this column, what do I really need to implement? And what I mean by that is, what actions do I need to take? Because of course you can learn a lot, you can learn many things, but the thing is, learning only gets its value as soon as it's implemented, as soon as you're starting to do something with it. So mostly people, they feel a little bit stuck because one, they don't know something, two, they don't understand something, or three, they are learning it but they're not doing it. So if that's you, then you just have to really give yourself a big kick on your butt, and or maybe use a whip on yourself in need to really start in getting into action mode, because of course only things that are put into action are then you can learn from it. And when it comes to making mistakes, a lot of people, they feel like, I'm scared of making mistakes. Well, if I once had this horse trainer, and he said, well, Loes, if you haven't struggled, you haven't learned. So when I tend to get into have these thoughts of anxiety or so, then I always think back of what he said, and he said, well, Loes, if you can't do something wrong if you're not doing anything, so you better do something and do it wrong, then at least you've learned something, and then you can you can fail forward, and at the end you will succeed. But every person that once succeeded in something first had a lot of failures. So it's never that anyone achieved their highest ambition, or without falling, and without failure. So if you get some time to write down what do you need to learn in order to achieve your goals, and which actions do you need to take. I mean, of course, this list will grow if when you're actually starting to learn things, and you're getting action to that. So it could also be that okay, no, I'm going to leave it on that. After that, we're going to prioritize this list behind this bar. That's why this bar, I've put it down here, because of course we can start learning a lot of things, we can implement a lot of things, but it's not the purpose of creating a huge or a massive to-do list. It's the purpose of, okay, what do I need to focus on my very next steps? So that's why I want to ask you to really put down a number from 1 to 10 next to every item that you've listed in both the left and the right column, in order that you know that, okay, this is the very next thing that you want to start with. So that's the most important thing and the first thing that you need to do. So what needs to come first? Put a 1 behind it, and then a 2, a 3, and 4, and so on. The same applies for actions. What first action do you need to take? And it could be that, some of them, they need to happen chronological order, which is very logical. But otherwise, you can say, I'm going to do everything on that on the same time. But then oftentimes people, they find themselves not moving forward in any of these areas at all. So then it's better to focus on one thing at a time, really complete it, and then move on to the next step. So that's also how you climb a huge mountain, just step by step, and just keep on taking these steps. So after we've listed, okay, what do I need to learn and what do I need to implement or take action on? Secondly, we've done we prioritize them, we put numbers behind them from 1 to 10 on what needs to be done first. And then we can start to plot them out on in a calendar for our roadmap for 2021. Now, first, some words about the calendar, because as you see, it doesn't include all the different months this year. And I've got a reason for that. But of course, if you prefer something else, then of course you can always grab your own version of your own agenda. That's not very difficult. So the first thing is that because we are already the end of January at this moment, I am making a distinction between, okay, what do I want to achieve within the first 30 days, which is of course by the end of February. And then I have put 3 months every time. So 3 months in between of February and March and May, sorry. Then what goals do you want to achieve by in 1 month, in 3 months? And then I've put September here because oftentimes we go on vacation in the summer, and we want some time off to enjoy and to relax a little bit. So that's why I've put a little bit a longer period in here, so that you can also still go on vacation. And at the end, of course, we have December. So what do you want to achieve in December, September, May, and by February, so in the next 30 days. And the thing is, when we have done this, if we have this very clear, then we can... Hi, Bianca. Nice that you're joining. So then you want to really set your milestones. What are the big chunks that you want to plot on your agenda? And then, of course, you can have your main goal in here for 2021. What's your end goal that you want to achieve for 2021, which is, of course, in December. And then if you have different milestones, then you can plot them out here in these 4 columns. Then, of course, to wrap up, then you really want to focus on 3 things that in the next 30 days. And why is that? That's because, of course, if you cannot focus, then you end up not achieving any goal at all. So that's why I'm saying, okay, really try to focus on a few things rather than everything at the same time, because otherwise we tend to get distracted very easily. I've read, actually, it was quite funny. I actually read a book that we used to have an attention span of like 12 seconds, and a goldfish has an attention span of like 9 seconds. And in the past 5 years, our attention span has lowered till 8 seconds. So that means that at this moment in time, we have a less attention span than even a goldfish. So what I want to say is that we really have difficulties. We have to train ourselves to really be focused. What do we really want to achieve? And of course, if your timeline is not, if it doesn't, if you cannot achieve everything in time, that's less important than knowing where you want to go to. The fact that you know and really prioritize where do you want to go to, in which sequence, is much, much more powerful than really keep the deadlines, let's say. You don't need to see it per se as a deadline. It's more important that you just do the work, focus on the things, and take things in an important sequence, or in a structured sequence. So that's that's everything concerning the planning for week 4. Of course, Bianca, if you have any questions, you can always come out, or you can type anything in the chat if you prefer that. I'm going to open the chat. Okay, and then just to wrap up, so of course we did a 4-week challenge, and the reason for that is, of course, because I just want to help everyone in this in here to really achieve their goals and make 2021 really a year of success, of growth, of happiness, and I just wish everyone the best, as well as for you as a person, as in your business, as in your career and everything, and also as questions, of course. So if you are interested, we can always have a chat. I can always see how I can help you further. If you are looking for more knowledge about online business models, or you want to transition your business to online, or if you want to learn how to sell and market online, I've got specific courses for that, and the 4-part training videos. They are very interesting. I would definitely recommend to watch them. These are given in English as well by my partner Stuart Ross, so don't be surprised that it's someone else, but he's really like the expert in the field. So it's even you can, you just have to watch it. You'll understand why he's so powerful and great on these topics. Otherwise, if you want some business coaching, or you just want to, mastermind with me, we can always schedule a call. And I've also got a lot of tools, like for instance for email marketing, so that you can automate those things, or for building your funnel. I also got tools, and I can help you with your website as well. So there are plenty of things. I'm also going to post a poll later this week, like for next week and so on, to ask you all, what do you want to be helped with, so that I can see how I can maybe adjust my weekly webinar, so that I can help you all better. If not, if you don't have any questions anymore, then I would say, yeah, we can actually start to wrap up. So I would say really take some time to really set out your big milestones for this year. Where do you want to go to? How do you want to achieve it? And as I said, it's not like a deadline that you have to respect. It's more important that you know where you want to go to and that you take action. And only the fact that you're taking action means that you're actually learning, that you're progressing forward. And even if it's slower than your initial plan, that actually doesn't really matter. So that's if there's anything that I want you to remember from this call, then I would say it would be that. So if not, then you can always schedule a private call with me. And yeah, that's it for today. And thank you all for being here. So I'm going to, Bianca, if you have any questions, you can type them here in the chat. And if not, then we can start to wrap up. So this was a short session today. Well, yeah, yeah, I think I missed a lot. Bianca says, well, I started at 8. So, but it doesn't, I mean, you can watch okay. Yeah, that can happen that you could not get in. But yeah, you can, do you have specific questions for me? Because of course the first part you can always watch back in Facebook group, or I'll send out the recording as well. But if maybe you have specific questions, just wanted to see how everybody does it. And what do you mean by that? Does what exactly? Get your business to the next level. Yeah, well, of course, that depends a little bit. It depends a little bit on what's, no problem. No, don't. So yeah, it depends, of course, a little bit of where you are starting and how far you already came with your business. So everybody's got a different starting point. I mean, some people, they are like, okay, I don't know. They maybe are still an employee and they feel like, okay, I don't know where I want to go to in life. They don't have a business idea yet. So that's really starting from scratch. And that's why I really set up this 4-week sequence, starting from, okay, what's your passion? That's specifically for people that don't know yet, okay, how or what to start a business in. Then, of course, setting up a business, then you always need to think, okay, how do I want to really do it? Traditionally, you can start a brick and mortar business, but oftentimes, time will become a problem. Also because traditional businesses, I believe that the evolution will be more and more towards online businesses, not only due to COVID, but before that, this trend was also ongoing already. I think starting an online business is really the thing that will help you to the next level. But then, of course, a lot of people, they are a little bit afraid of the technicalities and all those things. And actually, if you just get into it, then it's actually quite more easy, and then it's all becomes more focused on, if you have everything set up, then it becomes more important that you know more about online marketing strategies and how to sell online, so that you can start to generate income and money, of course. But the interesting thing about an online business is, of course, that you can set it up once and then, of course, scale it very easy, because it's not you can deliver without your own intervention, let's say. I hope I'm making myself clear. Okay, perfect. Do you have any other questions, Bianca? What type of business do you have? I have a book in writing. Okay, great. And is it in a specific niche? Is it helping from what does the book help? Is it? And I give lessons. And then it's in the arena or online? In the arena, yes. Yeah, I also noticed that there are quite some famous. Yes, okay. There are quite some famous international writers that are also providing online courses. Just to name a few, we have Noelle Floyd, maybe you know her, and also Tristan Tucker, and Hester Branse in the Netherlands, from Ruitergevoel. And yeah, well, it's becoming more and more a thing. And then, of course, there are some things that you need to consider because, first of all, your method is better. All right, great. Well, then you have to make a product of it and then start to sell it online, and then you can thrive online with your business. Yeah. Well, you need help. Well, we can schedule a call to talk about that if you want, and then because you're a teacher, or yes, okay. All right, I would say, you know what, just another media. I understand. All right, I would say let's schedule a private call, just the two of us, and then we can and just contact me because I don't know your last name. Just send me a message in or reply to my email. Then we can set up a call, and then we can mastermind for your business. All right, thank you very much. You're welcome. And then I'm going to wrap up here. And of course, Becca, I'll see your message coming after. All right. Bye, everyone.